Yellow. Welcome to A Moment with Abby. Ding. We made it to December, y'all. I know that at the beginning of November with our lockdown 2, I had planned on doing a full month of podcast. It's a new adventure that I've never even thought about doing until 2020. And watching other people do it or listening to new podcasts, I thought, maybe I could do that. And here I am, 1 month in. I did take a week break, but that was something that was necessary for my family. But I feel really good. This is the 15th episode. It is Whining Wednesday, but I think I'm going to make it more of a What's Next Wednesday. What's next for A Moment with Abby? Well, I've thought about this, and I'm going to continue this podcast for a while, until I get a job somewhere, until I am needed somewhere else. This has been a great way for me to share silly things, funny things, maybe have some of you get to know me a little better. I'm 39, but I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do when I grow up. And right now, that's being a, quote, podcaster. I've had a really good time with this. I've had my friend on. I've had my brother on. I'm soon going to have another guest. I've had another friend come on to help me in my very first Whining Wednesday. It's been a great time to connect with people and to, not think about the pandemic. And yes, it's still going on, and yes, I do consider that to be very serious, but I also believe that if we get out of our heads about it and just have, like I said, a moment to just laugh and think about something else, it could be better for us mentally. This year, 2020, has really pushed the whole mental health issue in our home. It's seeing where we are in our faith. It's checking in with family when we can, and realizing what is really worth our time. You know, personally, I do have depression. I don't think I've ever made it secret, but when we moved to England, I don't know if it was the change. I don't know if it was no sun, but I had a really hard time getting used to being here. But with my husband's help, my family's help, my daughter's help, I was able to talk to somebody. And let me tell you, I found a great therapist who just listened. I mean, it was one of the best things I ever did. I highly recommend everybody to not think that it's a bad thing to talk to someone. I don't think it is. I think people are finding it easier to talk about their mental health issues. And as a Christian, I believe, yes, prayer helps, of course. God is always there for me. There's no but here. I know I am better because of God, my family, medication, and doctors. They all go hand in hand. Anyways, sorry to get heavy in the beginning of this. It is What's Next Wednesday. I want to continue, like I said, and do 3 episodes a week. Editing takes a little bit of time, which is not terrible. I really enjoy it. I'm thinking of keeping Malarkey Monday because it's such a stupid word. It's funny to say. I think talking about stuff I see on the internet is stupid, but interesting and fun for me. It also creates a dialogue with my family. Hey, Nina. And my grandma, my mom. Hey, mom. Hey, grandma. Then TV Tuesday is definitely a keeper. We know that's a passion of mine. It would be good for the podcast. I might sprinkle maybe some Whining Wednesdays, not so much. The Throwback Thursdays are fun, but I'm not going to do them as much either. My Free For All Friday episodes are some of the best ways to connect with people. I've noticed that I get a lot of messages from that day. I don't know if it was because I do this or that or my super controversial subjects, but there's ones that I really enjoy. Malarkey Monday, TV Tuesday, Free For All Friday are going to be musts. The Whining Wednesdays and Throwback Thursdays are going to be a little less. It just depends on, what's going on and who I can have on the podcast. But I want to get more people involved as well. If you have something you want to talk about, please message me. please email me, contact me through YouTube. Either way, that should be another subject that I need to discuss. It's either or nor. Pecan. That was another thing I just saw from over Thanksgiving. But I'm getting ahead of myself. If any of you listening, want to be on the podcast, I have a spot for you. I have figured out how to get somebody onto the podcast. I'm game. Are you game? Because I am. I'm game. Who's coming with me? I do have to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes. In the very first week that I started the podcast, I was writing scripts. And I found that I sounded a little mechanical. Yeah, sometimes you do need a script. But I didn't want to keep writing scripts. So after the first week, I stopped. Now I have bullet points and I make sure I try to stick to that. But if I don't, we did talk about mashed potatoes on Monday and that wasn't in the bullet points. I stopped doing the scripts, and then the last couple weeks, it's just been free flow, talking about whatever, having an idea, and making sure I stick to the timeline. And that's the thing. The timeline is my podcast. I can decide how long or how short I want it to be. Some days they were really short, and others they were really long. It just depends on the episode. If there's some information I have to get out, or if I want to share something that is very interesting to me, they might be a little bit longer than 10 to 20 minutes. It just depends. Another behind the scenes, I went from a gamer's mic to an actual real mic. Got on Amazon and I purchased reasonably inexpensive microphone. I mean, when I say reasonably, it's like maybe $40. It gets the job done, and it's something it's sitting right here in front of me, and it's my little buddy. I had to learn how to edit. I found that I'm pretty good at. There are moments where it cuts too much. I don't think many people notice. I'm trying to keep this as professional as I can in my dining room. And that's the thing. I'm doing this from my dining room. I did one episode in my living room. It was nice. It just felt like too relaxed. I'm in my dining room every day recording in front of my laptop on my $40 microphone, talking about stupid stuff. And honestly, this is the best thing I've done so far. It's a fun hobby. It's a fun experience. And I'm going to keep going back to this. I really want to share it with you guys. If you guys feel like you want to share this with others, I am on board. I try to keep everything as public as I can, like on Facebook. I don't know if I should start my own Instagram. I don't know. I mean, how far do I want to take this? I don't know. But I want you all to be a part of this with me. I want you all to be folding your laundry, cleaning the bathroom, doing the dishes to my voice. And that's another thing. So I had to get over hearing myself. In my head, I hear a deeper, lower voice. But when I hear it over again, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like the screechy teenager. What is that? And also, I feel like I have a smoker's laugh. I don't even smoke. Where did that come from? Is it my age? I don't know, maybe. One time I got a compliment on my laugh, once, and I held on to that compliment the majority of my adult life. Now I have this. What is that? Anywho, so I'm trying to get over all of these insecurities with my lady laugh and with my screechy voice. My brother has this real smooth, cool guy tone. Like my mom called it the NPR voice. And then there's me, I'm like, rah, 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 rah. What is that? So I'm trying to embrace what is coming out of my mouth, because this is what I got. And this is what you guys are listening to. Oh, and here I am I talk with my hands. So if you feel like I'm coming in and out of the microphone, I'm trying to stay as still as I can. But man, my arms are flying. They go all over the place. Now, I know my roots. I'm still wearing the gamer headphones because they're really good headphones. But I'm using the brand new microphone. That's it so far for whatever Wednesday. So the takeaways are, 1, what's next? We're going to keep on keeping on with the podcast 3 times a week. Malarkey Monday, TV Tuesday, Free for All Fridays. Takeaway 2, I want to have more guests. And I want to have more interaction. Yes, I'm getting some already, and I love it. I mean, my mom, my grandma, my Nina, my friends, my brother, my daughters have been, my daughters have been on the show. I want to share this out there more and get this. I have no aspirations of being anything but a mom in a dining room with a podcast, but I would love to make this our little project because it's just been such a joy. Third takeaway, the behind the scenes is not glamorous at all. Honestly, I don't think any of you guys had any idea that, glamour and fame. No. Me in my dining room. I do have my big jug of sparkling water next to me. That's as fancy as it gets. Today, this is totally off subject. Today on my Facebook, I did post my 2021 New Year's resolution, and that is to shop at the Waitrose. What is the Waitrose, you ask me? It's the supermarket that the Queen shops at. When I first got here, I heard that that's where the Duchess of Cambridge shops, and I thought, ooh, am I allowed? Can I go in jeans? Are joggers okay to wear there? Well, talking to some of my local friends here, they're like, that's where the fancy people go. So now I'm like, what am I gonna do there? So I'm like a hardcore Tesco, Sainsbury, Aldi shopper. Oh, and Asda. But those are normal ones. But the Waitrose, I do have a friend that shops there, and he gets Kiev. Who gets Kiev? That's fancy. I don't think I've ever had Kiev. Am I even saying it correctly? David, let me know. Am I saying it correctly? Because I'm probably not. So that's my keeping my expectations low New Year's resolution. I'm going to shop at the Waitrose. I'm not even going to say I'm going to go all the time. I just want to go once. I've lived here 2 years and never been to the Waitrose. I'm going to go. I literally drive by it once every 2 to 3 weeks. What am I waiting for? What's your 2021 New Year's resolution? Are you making one? Because I made one last year and it was to travel more. Joke was on me. Joke was on us. Yes, I'm making light of 2021 and the pandemic, but someone's gotta lighten the room a little bit. Thank you, all of you, so much for listening and just interacting. It means a lot. For today's good of the day, let's focus on small business. Someone local who makes gifts or who's crafty and is selling something on Etsy or even on Facebook. See if you have friends that make things to give to family for Christmas. That would really help people who have been struggling during this pandemic. I know so many friends that have started little crafting businesses, realizing that there's other ways to earn a little cash. There's so many people out there that have realized, heck, I could put a little extra time into this craft that I really enjoy doing and make a few bucks. Why not? So, for the good of the day, try to focus on small business. Thank you so much for listening. You are all appreciated. Like I said, contact me if you want to be on. If you have an idea, if there's a TV show you're really into, or a website, an app, this or that, let me know. This is our project. This is what we do. All right, guys. Bye. Bye.